Madrid fan. You don't want to speak on your humiliation.
Okay. Let me.
You don't want to speak on your
If I talk about how
humiliation.
disappointed and how humiliated, how Madrid have humiliated you. You've gone to brag, sing club anthem, and then it was a proper
All 10
whipping.
beans.
5. So you sing the song. Okay. Those who helped with the chorus the last time.
Those who sang.
So let's go. When
Those who sang.
When it's time for shame, we can't share the shame with you.
Those who sang should sing.
You are recording already, eh? One.
You're singing the song.
1, 2, 3. We are singing. Hala Madrid, Hala Madrid, Madrid, Hala Madrid, Inadamas, Hala Madrid. Charlie, well, welcome to another exciting episode of the Gajio Podcast. I mean, if you heard the song we just sang, I mean, that sums it all for all the Madrid fans all over the world. Yesterday, proper tripping in the Super Cup final. Charlie, Barca's dominance over Madrid is really becoming a bit embarrassing for Carlo Ancelotti and the rest of the guys. My name is Victor Kwao. Welcome to this big tracker edition of the Gajio Podcast. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you watch till the end of the video. And as usual, I've got the big Madrid fan here, Princess. Myself, I'm a Madrid fan, but for today, I'm doing duty. So no Madrid, nothing Madrid. And I've got Soti for the far side, Soti then Alfredo. Tell you guys, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, thank you.
The way Alfredo watch me, be like,
No,
you be like you go beat me.
No,
agenda set for him.
me no be say agenda. Me I shocked. The way in the previous episode, you guys sing the Madrid anthem with vigor and zeal. All of a sudden today, people they sing the words not they come out, they sing through your throat. I don't even understand.
No, but the song there,
Even Princess not even sing the song.
Meanwhile, he say in club.
But me want to be in club.
but
As punishment, like for make Princess alone sing. Make the whole world hear. Then see how the thing go on.
You go on.
then she for sing.
Did they want me to cry?
Charlie, but that be the fact. You see, say the song there. You see, say we get time where you for sing, where you for make happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Time where you for sing, where you for cry. But this one, talk of the loss yesterday. It be emotional period.
Yeah,
We dey
very
mourn. So we don't go feel sing them project our voice like that. You know they see that thing.
Yeah.
In the last two encounters, I mean, it's been 9-2 in terms of goal poaching rate. Charlie, too bad. Charlie Alfredo, too bad.
Hala Madrid once more.
Hala Madrid.
Hala Madrid. Inadamas.
Hala Madrid. Charlie,
I sang. Are you happy?
That's better.
Charlie, but what be Kylian Mbappe's signature after scoring?
It is finished.
Debut. You don't understand. Now why am I? He checks on why am
No,
I?
but like the time,
Yeah,
if I'm steady.
Now I am
Guys, let's
Time
get
will
straight to
come.
business. I mean, yesterday, I'm a big Madrid fan, big fan of Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius, and the entire white family, but I was very embarrassed yesterday. Your take? Barca, Madrid. I mean, 5-2 trashing.
Well, I can't say I was surprised.
Oh,
You're
really?
not surprised.
Oh, Charlie, I'm really like,
No, I'm not. I wasn't.
He's never supported Madrid.
I'm not a Madrid fan. That is not a secret.
No, but say Barca go score with 5.
No, the 5-2 way it surprised me small, but the defeat itself not surprised me.
Okay.
Yes. So as Madrid score first,
Okay.
make a shake small because if Madrid and Barca they play, they support Barca.
Hey.
No, I mean I talked this thing the last time.
Yeah.
If Madrid and Barca they play, they support Barca. I know be Barca fan, I be United fan, but for Spain, Madrid I they support Barca. So me as Mbappe score no, it make a shake small because you see Barca not share that day form like that. Especially where they go to come very early, like the 5th minute.
Yes.
So they talk say, hey, is it going to be one of those days? I know my boys come back. I think say be the counter attack it be too much for them, especially if they play a makeshift centre back in Chouameni. I think if you look at the goals, a lot of them they come from the Chouameni inside. The equalizer from Yamin Ochen Chouameni where he bring the ball from the top, come inside, can cut, then score. Even the cross from Kunde where Rafinha finish him. All the attack come from Barca, my right hand side. That is Madrid, my left hand side, where Chouameni they play. So it was good. It was a good victory for Barcelona. Like I was saying, I didn't expect that many goals. I didn't expect that many goals in the game. But of course, it's for a cup final, and especially a derby of this nature, a classical like this. If you go either way, unfortunately, it didn't go the way of Princess. But I mean, it's one of those games. Hansi Flick has had the better of Madrid in their last two games. Like I said, nine goals in
the last two previous.
Yes, nine
goals.
One
for the El Clasico proper.
Yes.
That one there, Charlie. Not be too embarrassing. So I mean, now they think say, oh, Madrid them correct my mistakes. They can't punish Barca for this final for Saudi Arabia.
But I was a bit surprised as to why Ancelotti played Chouameni for centre back in a tough game like this, when you have, even if your first choice centre backs are injured, you can bring a centre back from the academy. I've always maintained that a very good centre back from the academy is always better than a midfielder from the first team who you are trying to play, especially if you are playing a not so experienced player like Chouameni. If you are playing, let's say, an Asian, those times, if you are playing an Asian in a centre back position because your player is injured, you can take that gamble. But for Chouameni, who has always struggled, even in midfield, sometimes he struggles, and then you take him and put him in an unfamiliar position in the left back. I don't think that was very clever from Ancelotti. But once the second goal went in, you always felt that more would follow, because they just couldn't cope. The Madrid midfield just couldn't cope with the intensity of Gavi, Pedri, and Casado and the likes. And I think on the day it was too much. The questions were too many for Madrid to answer. Even when they went a man down, when Fabian Szczesny was shown the red card, they still couldn't turn the fortunes. It was the game was gone at the time, and I think it will be painful. It's one thing to lose a cup final. It's one thing to lose to your arch rivals, and then it's one thing to lose by 5-2. I think the conditions of the defeat is too much for Madrid to handle, and I hope that for Barcelona this will sort of be a turning point for them for the season, because their season has sort of tailed off a bit, and I think I'm hoping that this will be a booster for their confidence, for them to get their season back on track. I still feel Madrid are still favorites for the title anyway, for the league title anyway. But I'm of the belief that this will sort of spark something in the Barca team to get them back on track.
Charlie, well explained. But Lamine Yamal, you see, now at the talk say the Barca fans, now they talk say, hey, so this small boy we get injury, Lamine Yamal we Barca, they struggle like this. Yesterday, wonderful return, hits the equalizer, and then Barca had things running. Charlie, Princess, I mean, they scored your team.
Well, I'm trembling.
Then if you tremble, then you fall down.
I have to fall down. I have to fall down. Like, I'm in pain.
Pains.
Pains.
I'm really pained. I don't know what was actually happening on the pitch yesterday, to a point that I got angry and stopped watching the match. Like, honestly. Okay, so they were not defending. I don't know what was happening at the defense side of the field. But I would say we'll never lose hope. We are still the White Angels.
Okay.
Hala Madrid all the way. But yesterday,
Okay.
Barca did well, honestly, to be fair. Not that I'm a loyal Madrid fan, but being fair, they really played us and they choked us with goals, honestly. Next time, I think we will up our games. We have another El Clasico ahead with Barcelona. So I hope that one we may score you like 20. You know that was I think 1943 we scored Barca 11-1. So it's possible. Don't say
It is possible, eh?
Don't say.
I've said nothing.
anything.
I've said nothing.
Tell us unless
we
3
may,
red
we,
cards.
may, we may score 20.
Okay.
So-
I've said nothing.
Yeah, don't say anything.
Even in
Because
the
it's
days of
going to-
Zidane when you were dominating, you couldn't beat them by 5 or 6 goals.
Oh, we'll beat you this time.
Okay.
Sorry. That's one of the sad things I realized. When Barca is beating Madrid good, they do it very
beat
well.
them for good.
When Madrid is beating Barca, I think it was only recently, I think last year, one of the cup finals where Madrid, I think they beat them 4-0. Usually when Barca is doing it, they whip them like in line and they do it very well.
Don't
but it's
worry.
like Madrid is always lenient or
You are
they
going
can't
to-
really
you are
find
going to
them.
whip You are going to whip them.
I think this is one of the most dominant performances
Yes.
and
Yeah,
scoreline
they
since the
did
Pep
well.
days.
They did well.
But you see, the dominance is on way because in the first 3 minutes, Barca had 2 chances. There was one header from Rafinha, Courtois saved, and then Lamine Yamal, this Keller, which Courtois saved. So I felt okay. Then like this Barca is going to score. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, from some counter attack, I think Casado missed some ball in the middle, and then Mbappe just took the ball. In fact, I was watching with my sister. I was like, oh no, the way Mbappe took the ball wide and Vinicius went the other direction. I was like, Mbappe scored the ball. Then he surprised me. I think that the Balde's man marking of Mbappe was suspect a little. And then Mbappe surprised the Chesney and scored. Okay, like Madrid and start well. Then all of a sudden, still Barca started dominating, but I couldn't see anything. Then out of nowhere, Lamine Yamal and co started their whole Lewandowski and co. I feel I understand your concern your about Tchouaméni playing in the central defense, but you know this is not the first time.
Yeah, he's played there a couple of times, and
And
it's
most
almost
of the
struggled.
times, usually the thing was that they were not losing a lot of the games.
It's because of the opponents we were playing against.
Oh, they've played certain good opponents. If I'm not, even I think he's tried that in the Champions League occasionally, and it seemed to work for him. So that is why he maintained, because there was a guy called Asensio.
Asensio, yes.
The one people are saying is the next Ramos.
Yes.
He was also on the bench, he brought him very late.
Asensio should have started.
On hindsight, it's on hindsight that you say that. That's the thing about coaching. Now you say
No, you see,
well, if he played Asensio and they lost,
Maybe
would have
he
also
would
said,
have
But
no,
Asensio is a centre back. Yeah, I've always maintained that for certain key positions, it's always good to go in with a specialist.
Good.
And this is not Asensio who hasn't played first team football already this season. Somebody who is part of the squad. He's played first team football already. And that is his natural position. He was very good at the academy. And then you brought him up. So it didn't really make sense. Even forget about Sunday's game. It didn't even make sense to me for Tchouaméni to be playing ahead of Asensio, even in the previous
So
games.
that's your position.
Yes, it has. I've never say like Chelsea has an injury with say Disasi. Then you have, let's say, Tosin on the bench. Then you say no, Tosin should stay on the bench, and then you bring Casado to come and play centre back. It doesn't sit well with me.
Okay. but Charlie, yesterday you make your take. Now for the game inside yesterday, when the Madrid play away, okay, it looks like all of you are pointing your hazards to Tchouaméni. So first,
I'm not blaming him because I appreciate what he has done. Actually, it takes a lot of to play in a position which is not yours. First of all, your mind, you have to agree in your mind to do it because it takes a lot. Because as a central defender, you do a lot of scanning to be watching around, or is to break play. But now as a defender, you have to be alert constantly. Your positioning is key. You're always scanning who is behind you, and I will always applaud Tchouaméni for that. First of all, before we now go into the details, because people say Tchouaméni, I blame Ferland Mendy and Vasquez.
okay.
But if you check the goals usually started from the wings.
Almost all the goals came from
Yes.
Madrid's left.
Yes. Lamine Yamal was having a field day with Ferland Mendy at the left wing, and at the right wing, Rafinha was enjoying his time, having the time of his life with Lucas Vázquez. So check Madrid's first sub. Who was it? When they made the changes, they took off Camavinga because of the yellow card. The next person they took off was Vázquez. Because Rafinha virtually was having a field day, and know what even added to the whole thing. Then Balde left back and was enjoying. So it was Balde and Rafinha as against Vázquez. So it was trouble all over. And the midfield, for some funny reason, yesterday was non-existent. The Camavinga, Valverde, and Bellingham.
Camavinga was just fouling.
Yes. And that yellow card from Camavinga was too early for him. So now it means every other tackle, he couldn't engage. Because once he engaged, yes, well, it would have gone into
he didn't want to do a Dalo.
Well, yes, the Dalo, you know. And I think sometimes luck also plays a part. Because when it was at 4-1, when they came just from the break, Rodrigo had a chance which hit the crossbar.
Yeah.
Just after he hit the crossbar, less than a minute, Rafinha scored the fifth goal, you know. So it almost, if Madrid had that goal, it would have changed things because then they would have, the momentum would have come.
I think it was a fifth goal that killed them.
No, that's
especially
at that point,
soon after the recess.
Yes.
If he had stayed 4-1 for a while, I think it would have given them more hope, especially after the red card. And then the equalizer. I think the second goal from the free kick, and I think we must confess the free kick was
serious. I didn't believe that Rodrigo. I mean, I was on my phone. I was looking somewhere, and then I just see, and then he goes and he hits the button. Exquisite, well taken free kick. That one.
I mean, some people blame the goalkeeper because to be fair, the ball was played to the goalkeeper's side. The wall had already taken care of the other side, and the ball was taken. You could say the keeper just came on. He wasn't really active. He hasn't warmed up enough. But I think a lot of credit must go to Rodri for the curler. I think it was, and the ball was moving away from the goalkeeper, which makes it always difficult for a goalkeeper to see when the ball is coming and the ball is moving away from you. I think a lot of credit, even though you can blame the keeper for. You can blame the keeper. No. Chesney had gone off the Peña. That was his first contribution when he came because it was as a result of the red card that the free kick came, and then he had to make the save at his first attempt, and I think he failed. Yes, you can blame the goalkeeper, but I think a lot of credit must go to Rodri for that free kick.
Charlie, Princess, yesterday for the Madrid game, which of the players really impressed you? One or two players for the Madrid side that impressed you? I mean, you have been a big fan of Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, Jude Bellingham, and which of them really impressed you yesterday? Despite
Madrid,
the loss.
I'm not choosing Madrid today.
No, I'm not saying they won't choose Madrid,
Okay,
but at
I'll
least
go for Lamine Yamal.
No, Lamine Yamal. Okay, so you mean you want to leave the Madrid players and go for the Barca?
I'm just being fair. I just want to. You said the player that impressed
for Madrid
me.
side.
From Madrid.
Side.
Despite the loss. Which of the players?
Okay, Mbappe and Rodrigo.
Yeah. Okay. Why? Because he scored.
Because they scored. That means I like you.
So go on with the Barca. You are choosing Lamine Yamal.
Yeah, I chose Lamine Yamal. That guy is a very great footballer, and I think he will do well. Yeah, he's going to be great. I really liked how he played yesterday, and this guy Rafinha also did well. So those are the two.
So what about them? We excite you. What about them? Is it their movement? Is it their physique? I mean, is it their movement into the Madrid?
Their movements, like their form. They were on form yesterday, and they performed superb. So that's I give them, and that makes me choose them as my favorite. So for yesterday's game, Barca's side, I choose Lamille and Rafinha, and Real Madrid side, I go for Mbappe and Rodrigo.
Okay, Charlie, when the players will impress you?
So on the Madrid side, I think Rodrigo, because I think throughout the whole game, his consistency level was, he never dropped. He was always the one who you could see was always paying attention, always sniffing around for a chance. After all, you could see that Vinicius was off, Bellingham was off. The other players were practically not in the right frame of mind. The defense was nothing to write home about. Well, I'll say then Courtois, even though they lost by 5 goals to 0, if not for Courtois, it could have been
Yeah, he
7,
saved
8.
lots of
Yes,
goals.
was the first 3 minutes, there were 2 saves. Anybody who watched the match, remember? There was this cross, I think, from Lamine Yamal. He beat everyone, and then Rafinha headed the ball, bouncing, but Courtois managed to parry it away. The second chance, Lamine Yamal again killed the ball. So if not for Courtois, it could have been
A disaster.
8,
Nine.
around 7, 8. So
Oh,
I would
but
say,
Already a
actually,
disaster.
so I'll say Courtois and Rodrigo. But then that reminds me, I think that once you're in the transfer window, Madrid need to do something about it, about their whole team, because there's a problem in their defense they need to sort out.
Yeah.
And their left back, it's either they stick with Fran Garcia or they should go and buy a new left back. Because
Okay.
if they will go, I don't know if the Trent argument, I don't know whether they would go in for him. But the way Trent is behaving,
Trent is more of a right back.
Yes, I'm just saying. So I'm saying for the right back, the way Vasquez also behaved yesterday, I mean, it
But for
wasn't.
Vasquez is not a right back. He's a makeshift right back, and I think it's because Cavara is injured. And I think
No, but but you know, for the last, let's say we are in 2025. So for the last
yes, he's been deputizing.
7, 8 years,
He's been deputizing.
he has
at
done
right
that
back.
role,
Yeah,
and he has distinguished himself in that role creditably
But
well.
they need to get
Yes,
a right
so
back. I
they-
think that's
they
why
need-
they are
yes,
chasing.
they-
They're chasing.
Maybe Arnold,
Trent,
yes,
yes.
and they need a good left back, because yesterday what Lamine was
Oh,
doing
I think
to-
Mendy
to-
has been good. Mendy he just had a bad day.
No, I think if you ask Madrid fans, typical Madrid fans, and that's one of the things that surprised. I used to think he was a very good player until Madrid fans told me to watch him very well.
Anyway,
Then I realized the guy, I don't know, I struggle to see his strength, because defensively he's not too good. Attacking wise, he's not there. So I think Madrid need to look at they need to buy some players within this transfer window. But for me, I think Courtois and Rodrigo for Madrid, and I think I'd go in for Lamine Yamal. Yeah, that's Lamine Yamal.
Lamine Yamal.
Yes, that's Lamine Yamal.
Alfredo.
you see, on days like this, it's always easy for you to credit the goal scorers. I know a lot of people will have Rafinha as their best performer on the day, but for me, I look at the unsung heroes when the eyes are on the obvious heroes. And I think yesterday, if you look at the game, if you analyze the game tactically, you'd give a lot of credit to Marc Casado in the midfield of Barcelona, because he was the reason why Madrid couldn't put up a lot of fight. He was breaking play up for fun, almost
He wasn't using hammer or hammer. Or using the hammer on the chisel.
for almost every attack that Madrid initiated. It was there or thereabouts. Even if it wasn't actively engaged in the tackle, his positioning meant that Madrid had to revise their attacking channels. And I think a lot of credit must go to him. He made one fine tackle that was adjudged to be a foul, which was very frustrating. And I like players like that. That's how I watch football. That's how I analyze football. I tend to always look at the players who go about their duty quietly without any fuss. And those players, you usually see their impact when they are not playing. Yes, because for the goal scorers, it's very easy to identify them. So you see, there are certain players that when they're out of the team, you can tell something is amiss. And those are the players I value the most. So I think Marc Casado, not just the game yesterday, I think he has been one of my best players throughout the whole season. He has been one of the shining lights in this dark period for Barcelona. Of course, credit will go to Rafinha for those 2 goals, but for me, the heartbeat of the team yesterday was Marc Casado.
Then that's for all Madrid. No Madrid player impressed you.
I think Courtois. And it's strange for a goalkeeper that conceded 5 goals to be. I think Courtois, and beyond that, their midfield was too porous, so they couldn't handle Pedri. They couldn't handle Pedri and Gavi. Oh yeah, that's the truth. They couldn't handle Pedri and Gavi. They were too slick. They were too slick, too smart, too quick for them. And this is not me.
don't worry,
This is
don't worry.
not me throwing.
Pedri and Gavi
Yes,
sleek.
yes,
Oh
wow.
of course.
Time changes.
They couldn't. The Madrid midfield couldn't handle them, and as a result, you saw very little of Mbappe and Vinicius in the game because they weren't getting the services because the supply from the midfield was cut short, and so I was not surprised when Vini was substituted in the game, and you rarely see that in an Clasico where you are taking your star man out. That is a testament to how well Barcelona defended. So I think I'll go for Coutinho. And who else? I think that's about it. The Madrid team was poor, and it could have been worse. Quite frankly, the 5 is worse, but it could have been worse. And I think, like Ancelotti said, there are very, very few positives to pick from the game yesterday, and it's one of those games where you just put it at the back of your mind, you dust yourself off, and then you get on to the next one. And I'm sure Madrid can't wait for the next game to get this bad performance out. And as footballers, they always tell you, after a terrible performance like this, you are just waiting for the next game. You are eager for the next game to put those wrongs right, and then to put some smiles back on the faces of the fans.
Charlie, well said. But you guys, 30 seconds. Let me leave 30 seconds because we talk about Arteta, small 1 minute on Arteta. But do you think that this is the starting of Barcelona's comeback as far as the La Liga is concerned? I mean, with the win.
Yeah, as a Barca fan, you should hope so. If you're a Barca fan, you should hope so, because you cannot play this well against your arch rivals in the cup final, dominate them, win by 5 goals to 2, and then you go and play, let's say, a Bilbao or Valencia or Sociedad
or
Leganés, and you lose by 2 goals to 1 or 3 goals to 1. It won't make any sense. All the gains made in the derby would have gone to waste. So I think as a Barca fan, you should hope that they should be like a catalyst for a turnaround in the season. And they played quite well for them to, because sometimes when you play badly or you lose a lot of games, it sort of shatters your confidence as a player. You tend to doubt yourself. You tend to second guess yourself. And a performance like this against no other team than Real Madrid will be a very big confidence booster. And I think they can draw a lot of confidence and inspiration from this performance to kickstart their season.
Charlie, Princess, I mean, you are a Madrid fan, so Madrid have lost, but what will you tell them going forward into the season? And they are leading Barca, I think 5-point difference in terms of standing.
Well, I think we should go and learn our homework and do better. But to stress on Barca's own, I wouldn't be surprised if they mess up with the other team. Because you see, Real Madrid is their rival.
If
So
wishes were horses, patience will ride for fun.
El Clasico, like something like this, like Heart and Kotoko. Everybody will kill themselves to win. Okay, so if they flop within their next matches, I wouldn't be surprised, because this was Real Madrid, the team Real Madrid. So they will do their best to score Madrid. So I wouldn't be surprised, but I hope they keep this form and then do well in their next games.
Charlie Soti.
So I agree,
30 seconds
I agree with her, because I think that Barca won their first match 4-0, but they ended up losing to Las Palmas, Leganés, and Co. So I expect the same thing to happen. They will beat Madrid, but when those matches where they need to crunch in those points, Las Palmas, Celta Vigo, that's where the difficulty will come in. So I think this season is for Atletico actually, and because Atletico have a game in hand, so I feel this season is for Atletico, and I don't see Barca win the tough matches, but when it matters most, in those small matches where they have to amass the points, I think Barca will falter to deceive.
And it's interesting what Atletico are doing. They've gone 14 games unbeaten now, and a lot of the talk is on Barca and Madrid, and they're going about their business quietly on their side.
Yeah.
Before people, by the
They
time
don't
people
know
start
their
paying,
trends.
by the time people start paying attention to them,
7 points.
yes, by the time people start paying attention to them, they would have been far gone. So, like I said, I think they're the dark horses for this season.
Charlie, we have hard pressed with time, but because Soti be a small Arsenal fan, Arteta issues.
No.
No, but he makes it for the cup.
I be Partey fan, but I no be Arsenal fan.
So Arsenal lose to Man United. But
Yeah.
just 1 minute. I mean, we are not spending time.
Yeah.
Arteta factor. Just 1 minute. You plus Alfredo, then we call it a cut.
I'll look at it rather from the Amorim factor. Amorim was superb because I feel say it be Amorim plus 12 men, the 11 Arsenal men plus the referee. Because yesterday the match, the referee no try at all. Every 50-50 ball, he take give Arsenal. However, for the first Amorim try, I talked this thing last time. Say Amorim, the big matches, he go first. But there's small matches, Southampton, that's where he go, they struggle. So I feel say Arteta, after the season, Arsenal fans for evaluate him. Because he look like, say, he really raised them to a level where right now, it be like, they see Kenan. But it be like, they know we'll reach there. So then for evaluate whether the Kenan, the one they see the Kenan, or the one go the Kenan.
You won't go enter the promised
If they
land.
won't enter the Kenan there, then for either change them, or then for give them last one is say, Moses, if I take we go there.
Charlie Alfredo.
For Arteta, I think 6 years or 6 seasons is long enough for you to make a statement. Initially, when he first came in, I didn't think he was good enough for the job, and his first season showed he struggled. Yes, he may have won the FA Cup, but I think that was just to mask the challenges he had. But I saw some progress. I saw some progress in his team. Up until last season when he gave City a run for 2 seasons ago.
Yeah. I think that's been the last 2 seasons.
The last 2 seasons, he's had a real shot at the title. But for some reason, I think this season they've retrogressed. After those stellar performances last season, a lot of people felt this season would have been their season or would be their season for them to make the needed step up. But strangely, they've rather retrogressed in my opinion. And I think this is purely down to Arteta. If you look at the way they've played this season, I think they've played too cautious this season, like driving with the handbrakes on, if you like. I don't know whether it was because of the injury to Saka. A lot of their play went through Saka.
Yeah.
And you remember in previous episodes, we were talking about the dangers on over-relying on very young players because anything at all can happen to them. And I think Saka's creativity, Saka's assist, and the occasional goals is missing from the team. And the other forward players in the team are struggling. They are struggling to make up for Saka's loss. If you look at Odegaard is not scoring. Yes, he will create a few here and there, but not on a regular basis, as regular as Saka. You have Kai Havertz, who you can't really vouch for if you are looking for goal scorers. If you are looking for a striker to lead a title charge, you will not necessarily rely on Kai Havertz. For Gabriel Jesus, I've always maintained he's a very good footballer, but he's not a very good goal scorer. And in a campaign where you want to win the league, you need proper goal scorers. So yes, they will play well, but at some point you need people to put the ball at the back of the net, and that's what happened yesterday. They controlled a large chunk of the game, and they've done that in recent matches. They've controlled the game. But when they get to the final third, I think that is where they are lacking. That arrowhead to put the ball at the back of their net. And for the past 2 or 3 seasons, this has been the problem. And I'm at a loss as to why Arteta hasn't identified this to go in for a proper striker. It is now that you are hearing them talk about Isak and the likes, but this has been a problem for the past 2 or so seasons. So I'm at a loss as to why Arteta's transfer policy has not focused on a proper number 9 or an out-and-out striker. And until that happens, until they make that change, I think they'll struggle. That is the only component of their game that is missing, as far as I'm concerned. The player to put the ball at the back of their net. Not too long ago, I think two seasons ago, they were looking for Sesko from Salzburg, who went to Leipzig. It was at Leipzig at the time. He went to Leipzig. I don't know whether the interest is still there, whether the interests are screwed, but they need a striker. They need a striker. They need somebody that can guarantee them 20 goals at least a season for them to mount a serious title challenge. And I think they also need to vary the way they play a bit. They are too reliant on Saka, and Saka's absence has really affected them. If this is a make or break season for me, really, for Arteta, if it doesn't show up or it doesn't come with the goals at this season, I think the patience for the Arsenal fans will run out and they'll start calling for his head. I think this is a make or break season for Arsenal. If they don't mount a serious title challenge, I don't think they'll win the title anyway. But if they don't mount a serious title challenge this time around, I think some Arsenal fans will start calling for his head.
Charlie.
They've started calling for his head.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, then you're leading that charge. we are almost wrapping up, our princess. You have the last bite. And then
Yeah, Alfredo has said it all. Alfredo and Eugene have said it all. But what I would say is they should make use of this transfer season and then buy a proper striker.
That's the problem, though. You hardly buy proper
But
strikers
I
in
heard they
January.
are sacrificing Partey and other.
For Partey, his contract is run out.
So that's the
Yeah.
sacrifice.
They are sacrificing
his
them
place
for Isaac because they don't really have the funds. So they are trying to buy
Interesting.
Isaac this season. But I hope it works out for them.
But will Newcastle sell their top
That is
striker
the problem.
mid-season?
That's the problem.
The mistake was in the summer. They should have bought a proper striker in the summer. I mean, I know that they were hovering around Sesko for weeks, only for them to. Well, they said they didn't have money. Even when Osimhen became available, when he had an issue with Napoli, Osimhen became available at some point. The option was there for a loan, not even a full purchase. The option was there for a loan. They didn't take it. That was in the summer. That was bad business for a club that has struggled for goals in recent times. You had a player like Osimhen on the market, even on loan for the season, and you didn't take it, hoping that you rely on Havertz and Gabriel Jesus to mount a serious title challenge. I'm afraid you are not serious.
Well, guys, I mean, it's been an interesting episode here on the Gajio Podcast. I mean, a split analysis as far as the Arteta is concerned, as far as Madrid is concerned. And guys, I'm sure you are done. You are done with all the greetings. I know it's just one sentence. Sentence, princess.
But thank you. Can you like, share, and subscribe? That's all I can.
Alfredo, one sentence.
Well, my sentence is very brief. I want them to sign out with a Madrid song once again.
I see. Charlie Soti.
Charlie, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to the Gajio Podcast. We'll be back with more.
Charlie, Alfredo won't make me sign up.
You have to sign up with a Madrid song.
Alfredo made some.
The way you guys were bullying. Oh yeah. Oh, it was a prediction. It was a prediction. I thought Liverpool would win, but the tie. Well, in my defense, the tie is not over. Spurs will be going to Anfield. Yeah, so
and that it is tougher.
yes, yeah,
So,
Newcastle will also be hosting Arsenal. Anything could happen.
Anything can happen.
So in my case, my prediction is still open. Liverpool could still make the final. Liverpool could still make the. I told them. I said 3.5.
If you're an investor, go over.
Charlie, maybe to play in the next round. But the way Alfredo won't make me sign out.
Oh, they have to sign out the Madrid song.
I won't make you start the Madrid song. Then the guy.
Why would I sing a Madrid song when I'm not a Madrid fan?
So
I'm not a Madrid fan.
No, but you making the
I'm not
request.
singing. I'm not a Madrid fan. In previous episode, when you sang, did I sing? I didn't sing.
So just say Madrid. Hala Madrid.
No way.
Charlie, guys, thank you very much for watching this particular episode. We are out of here. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you watch to the end, and I will come your way with some interesting episodes. Bye for now.